चीज़ें तो ऐसी ही होती हैं जो हम इसी डर के मारे शुरू नहीं करते कि हम फेल हो गए। पर ऐसा नहीं करना चाहिए। तो आज का टॉपिक यही है, फियर ऑफ फेलियर। इफ़ यू डोंट फिनिश अ टास्क और प्रोजेक्ट यू कांट फेल। दिस वे ऑफ thinking, which could be conscious or unconscious, may be preventing you from finishing. The sad part of this fear is that by failing to finish, you bring about the very failure that you fear. You could have written the most wonderful report in the world, but if your boss asks you to hand it in tomorrow and you need another week or more to complete it, the reaction will usually be less than favorable, even if you are granted more time. Where does fear of failure comes from? It often begins early in life. A child is told that a 95 is not good enough. A teen gets the message that the college he or she is applying to could have been better ranked one. Instead of a parent, teacher, or any authority figure building up the child's self esteem, they are taught to feel like a failure by being told they always fall short of what expected of them. This becomes one lesson they learn all too well. If the sound familiar, it may be the reason you are blocked on finishing a task or project. What can you do about it? First, imagine the worst thing that might happen once you complete the project. Imagine yourself being told that you need to redo it or finding out that someone else you get the award and not you. Can you see yourself surviving the disappointment? Can you see yourself coping with the bad news? Now, try to alter your projections about what might happen if you told that your report is excellent. See yourself getting award, winning it over 78 other applicants. Can you cope up with good news? Now think about somewhere in between those two extremes. You are told your report need work, but your boss is confident. You can redo the report as needed. You did not get the award, but you are encouraged to apply again next year. Like with all these 22 behavior, beliefs, or bad habits, recognition that you have one or more in the first step. If self talk or working hard on your own to sort your why this happened waster is stopping you from finishing is not working, consider working with a therapist. If this is a long standing trait and tendency, it might be time to focus in on the underlying causes that are holding you back. Fear of failure is a typical reason to quit or leave something unfinished that I want to offer some possible solution for dealing with this belief. First, get the training and experience that will give you confidence. If you competent, you will less likely to fail. Be reinforcing your abilities to succeed. You will be more confident about going forward and finishing. Imagine the worst consequences of finishing and see yourself. In my book, The First Track Guide to Speak in Public, I shared 12 of the worst speaking situations. I offer the same advice that I have just given. See yourself dealing with each one of those scenarios and surviving. What are those possibilities? Everything from having the entire audience walk out on you to forgetting what you want to say next to being heckled by one or numerous audience members. Those are just some of the situations that every speaker had to deal with. By surviving those tough situations and continuing to Speak separates the amateurs from the professionals similarly. Whatever it is that you are failing to finish, if you can see yourself dealing with criticism or whatever it is that is your worst fear that might come from finishing you can get the courage to push forward and finish. Maybe you are afraid to graduate because you don't know if you will get a job. Can you deal with that? You can because